actually are going to be slowing down the practice as well. As we can slow down through our lives, take it a little bit easier than we normally do, we can also do that with our practice. So I'm offering you the very similar practice to what we do every week, but the option is going to come from you, from that beautiful inner guru that we all have within ourselves, to check what it's trying to tell us. And then just acknowledge what you need. That is a magnificent practice. If we were able to do that all the time, you know, things would be amazing. So, perfect. Go ahead and make your way over onto the back, right? So we're going to bend the knees and roll down onto the back and begin with a little bit of breath connection. If you need any support for your pelvis, you can use a blanket if you have it close by, or simply allow the pelvis already now just to let it drop, begin to get heavy. Just place the arms over to the sides, or maybe one hand to your belly, one to your heart. So find a good place so you can make a connection between the hands and your body, somewhere where you can feel the expansion. All right, and then let's begin with easy breath. Observing how it is right here, right now, inhaling and exhaling through the nose. And one breath at a time, bringing the awareness to the breath as it becomes more and more available to us, this present awareness within our bodies. We don't need to rush it. We're just stepping in to this inner world, which is sometimes a little bit more challenging than others. There could be lots of things happening outside. And then so now, as you feel the connection with your hands, maybe onto your belly, begin to expand that breath. So you're going to allow yourself to bring the inhale all the way down to that lower navel. So you breathe into the expansion of the ribs. And then maybe helping that exhale lightly, right? To make it happen, to go long and deep and empty us from within. Let the inhales take care of themselves. They're going to be deep, automatically or naturally. And then, yes, help the exhale lightly. Not too much, but just really consciously noticing that we are helping ourselves to breathe fully, fully, fully out. A little bit longer than the inhales. And continue like that. Maybe you're even going to add the sound of the ocean, the ujjayi breath, into each inhale and each exhale. Continue. You're probably noticing how the expansion is pushing the hands up towards the skies with the belly. And the contraction, the surrendering of the breath, lets everything drop back down to place. Excellent. Now with that same awareness in the breath, just stay on the ujjayi breath if you'd like, or your natural breath. Go ahead and pull your knees over to the heart. Give yourself a delicious hug, loving, tender hug, nose toward your knees. And then roll back and simply begin to make a few circles first. So yes, we begin gentle, warming up the body. Always, always allowing the body to take its time to understand what's about to be done. That's the yoga. And then reverse onto the other direction. And come to center. All right, pulling the knees towards the heart. Just one more time, lengthening the tailbone. Go ahead and lower the soles of the feet onto the ground. And stay here. Once again, let the pelvis drop heavy down towards the earth. The arms come over to the sides. We're going to do a reverse cat-cow, if you will. So we're not standing on the hands and knees. We have the back against the ground. And still, we're going to inhale and arch the back. We don't need to lift the hips or the shoulders. We're going to round as we exhale, chin to chest. So interlace the fingers behind your head. Inhale. And exhale, round. And I'm sorry you can't see because it's the dark mat against my dark clothes, but I am arching a lot. There's lots of space when we arch so that my hand can go through. And then once we round, there's no space. Not even a tiny, thin piece of paper will be able to go through. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale fully. Take one more round. Inhale. And just noticing this sensing, aware of the internal, of the subtle body. All right? So release the arms over to the sides, still with the knees bent, adding a little bit more and more movement. This time we're going to lift the hips and press the outer side of the arms all the way through so you have your hips up. And with the exhale, we're going to round, start with your upper back, the mid back, and come all the way down. So it's a moving bridge. We start slow. Inhale. And exhale, round, lower down. Yeah, inhale, we start with the lower body all the way towards the chest. And on the exhale, we reverse from the upper back, lower back. Taking a couple of rounds more. Inhale here. And exhale, round. Yes, making it all the way down. Beautiful. All right, extending the right leg up towards the skies and extending the left leg long down towards the earth. Go ahead and interlace your fingers behind your leg, somewhere where it's accessible to you. Just gently with the weight of your hands, letting that right leg drop towards the belly. And then lift your head, nose toward the knee. Roll back down. Release the leg, bend the knee, and lower the sole of the foot. We'll change sides. Pull the left knee towards the heart and extend that left leg long up towards the skies. Extend the right leg long towards the earth and interlace your fingers. So notice sometimes the hands or the arms are just an accessory there to make the connection, to feel the feedback. It's very, very light weight. Roll over, nose toward the knee. And roll back down. Release the leg. Bend the knee. Now bend both knees. Roll over to your side. Yeah. Making our way up onto all fours. So come onto your hands and knees. And lengthen the spine. On hands and knees, begin to lengthen more and more. So pretend there is a couple of hands just really grabbing you here from the hip flexors, pulling you back, and then helping you to elongate the spine towards the front wall. There you go, lengthen the back of the neck. So it's just do a little bit of balance. Yeah, stretch the right leg up and back, and square the hips. Allow yourself to pull the navel in, and reach that left arm long. We're actually going to hold it here, right? Want to notice wherever there may be any resistance. And we're trying to find that balance between the ease and the effort. Continuing that conversation always. Try to find the stability. And lower, left hand down and the right knee down. Reaccess that alignment and extend the left leg long and then take the right arm long. The palm is facing inwards, so because we have the different rotation of the shoulders, the palm faces inwards. Reach with that left heel back. And then stay connected to that core. We're pulling it in towards the upper back, lower back. And lower. Right hand down and the left knee down. Beautiful. All right. So we're going to do cat-cow movements, but with variations, adding movement in a dynamic way, right? Using the breath. We're going to curl the toes under, right? Arch the back on the inhale as you drop the hips down toward the heels. We're looking forward. There you go. And exhale, round your back. Yeah, on the inhale, arch the back again. And look forward, forward, forward. Maybe you walk the hands. Dropping the pelvis towards the ground. Exhale, round the back. Inhale, arch. Hips to heels. Inhale, round. Exhale. Pelvis down. Inhale. Expanding shoulder blades. Exhale, arch. Hips to heels. Beautiful. All right, a few more times. Inhale. Making it a little bit more fluid. Exhale. Sorry, the inhale here. Exhale. Undulating the spine. Inhale. Exhale. And inhale. Yes. Exhale. Come back to your cat here. And back to a neutral spine, long spine. Walk the knees a little bit further behind the hips. Curl your toes under. And lift the knees, just hover right over the earth. Notice what you need to engage here. The lower navel, expanding the shoulder blades, and lower the knees down. Very lightly. So we are not putting weight on the knees. Inhale again. Just hovering. Beginning to feel a little bit of extra warmth, lower. And we're turning the inside of the elbows forward. One more time. Knees up. Yes. Where do you find the stability here? And lower the knees back down. Very nice. Okay, the knees walk once again right under the hips. And we're going to walk the arms forward. Push the hips back as you walk the arms forward to get long, long, long on your spine. Get longer and longer. Maybe the chest makes it all the way down. Or maybe not today. Gaze is forward. So we're actually now lengthening the whole torso, right? Navel away from the heart. And still breathing. Now your forearms can be floating, or you can bend the elbows and have the arms down towards the earth. You can also use your block to support your chin. And then inhale, look forward in between the thumbs. Gently walk your hands back under your shoulders, or right in front of your shoulders actually. Let's make our way up to downward facing dog. Press through the ball of the feet. Come up, 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 up. Knees bent, if you can see. We're not at a 90 degree, but they're bent enough to begin by lengthening the spine. And drop the head onto your downward facing dog. Begin to walk your dog. Ujjayi breath. Okay. A few moments, downward dog. Can we lengthen even more? Have those sitting bones reaching up towards the sky. Look forward, inhale. Exhale, walk to the front of your mat. There you go. We're going to bend the knees to begin with. And notice, I want us to notice two things. If this is working very well for us, maybe this is where we need to be. If there is some kind of pain, we try to stretch and lengthen the legs. And notice if there's no pain on the lower back. That's what we're going for. Stay on the forward fold for a few moments. Grab the elbows. Drop the head. And sway a few times, side to side. Lean front and back. Use the whole sole of your foot, almost like if you're coming onto the tippy toes, all the way back onto the heels. And then make a few circles. Now with the whole body, right? Circles one direction. And then the other direction. Excellent. Finally, releasing the both hands down. Hands to shins. Lengthen, halfway up lift. Hands to hips. Inhale, come all the way up to standing. Yes. So mechanically, we've been using the bones in their natural way to come all the way up to our stance. Stay on the front of your mat. I'm just turning over towards the camera. Mountain pose. Big toes touch or feet parallel to one another. Bring the hands together in front of the heart. And we'll open up with the Om. The sound of Om. That not only this little screen has brought us all together, but this is the sound that brings it even more together. All our energies and breath and presence. So begin by exhaling all the way out. And inhale for Om. Nice. And release, both hands down. Open your eyes. Let's move. Inhale, arms up and over your head. Exhale, forward and down. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hands down, step or jump to plank. Hold it on your plank. Widen shoulder blades, pull the navel in. Exhale, knees down, point the toes, bend the elbows. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, curl the toes under, child's pose to downward dog. Yeah. A few breaths here. Downward dog. If that is not for you today, you come onto your knees. Same thing. If being on the hands is not for you, come onto the forearms, right? Always adapting. I'm right here with you. I'm not there in person, but we're all helping one another. The adjustments can still happen. Inhale, look forward. Bend the knees, hips down. Exhale, just walk or float to the top of your mat. Exhale, come down, forward fold. Inhale, all the way up in, gaze up. Exhale, mountain. Inhale, arms up and over. Exhale, forward. Go forward as you hinge, forward, forward, then down. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hands down, float or walk to your plank. Same exhale, lower through either chaturanga or knees down. Up dog, maybe cobra, you prefer to do cobras. This time, push the hips up. We're gonna roll over the toes. Turn one foot, then the other. Downward dog. Next, inhale, forward, hips down, walk or float to the front, inhale. Exhale, forward and down. Inhale, very strong rooted legs. Make sure your grounding is strong. Exhale, mountain. One more, inhale. So you can just follow your own pace. You don't have to go at the same pace as me. All these movements become natural with your breath. We're together, but at the same time, our bodies find their own pace. We want to respect that. Just know when you exhale and inhale. and roll over. We all meet back in downward facing dog. Now notice if the inner side of your elbows is pointing towards the front of your mat, or try it out if they're not. Once again, inhale, look forward in between the thumbs, hips down. Exhale, jump or walk. Inhale. Exhale, forward and down. Inhale, all the way up. Arms up and over the head. Exhale, hands to the heart. Bring the hands down. Mountain pose. Here we are. Can you imagine how many times do we go through a mountain pose as we practice a vinyasa or a dynamic practice? The intention is always to notice that transition and come back to the body, right? We're going to bend the knees for chair. So we have maybe the feet parallel to one another or toes touching. Come onto your chair, hands to the heart, or you're probably going to extend the arms long up and over the head. Inhale here, exhale forward and down. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Yeah. All right, exhale, hands down, walk or jump to the plank once again. Hold it here. And now go back to downward facing dog. Yes. Next time we're going to take the right leg up and back. Exhale, look forward and step your right foot forward. Turn, pivot your left heel down for warrior one. Arms up and over the head. Excellent. Lower both hands down on the exhale. Step the right foot back. You can go through a vinyasa or hold it here and straight back to downward dog. So those are your choices always. You decide. Inhaling, left leg up and back. Exhale, step. Left foot forward. Pivot right heel down. Square the hips, arms up. Exhale, both hands down. Step left foot back. Plank for vinyasa or straight to downward dog. So let's take a deep inhale through the nose. Lightly open your lips. Exhale slowly. Deep inhale through the nose. Tiny opening through the lips. Exhale. Now, last time, inhale. And exhale. A cooling breath. Yes. Inhale, look forward, bend the knees. All right, keep the knees bent here. And now lower the knees down towards the earth. Adjust here. Come all the way up onto the knees and the shins. So if you need the support of your blanket, make it over, bring it. Otherwise, you can either tuck the toes under for support for the knees, or also if you're pointing the toes, you're pressing those toes down against the earth. We're gonna step the right leg out, aligning here with the front knee. Reaching the left arm up, inhale. And with the exhale, gonna bend over to the right. A side bend. The side bend is happening on this side, but what's happening now on the right outer rib? Rib cage, lengthen. Yes. Inhale, 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 reach the arm up. And exhale, push your left hip over to the side, lower the left hand down, and then the right arm up towards the skies. Option, lifting that right leg up. A variation of a plank. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Lower. Right leg down, come back up. With control, ground, and then bring that right leg in. There you go. Step the left foot to the side. Check your hips, the length of the body. Right arm up. Inhale. Exhale, start bending over towards that left side. You're going for length, so actually think more about the length on the outer rib cage. Pushing your hip over to the right. One more exhale here for depth. Come back up, reach that right arm high, high up, the same the torso. And with the exhale, push your hip over to the left. The right hand down to your block or the ground. Maybe we're going to lift the left leg up, the left arm up. Shoulder blades get closer together. And we're really holding that lower navel. Engaging the glutes, using the whole body. And lower here. Come back up. Feel how your and your body together in control. Step that left leg in. Gonna turn over towards the top of the mat if we're not there. Hands down. Downward facing dog. Yoo-hoo. Yay! Left leg up and back. Here we go. Open your hips. Bend the knee. Yeah? Open, open, open. Point the toes and level your shoulders. Keep reaching higher, higher, higher up. Find lots of space. Now, back to a three-legged dog. We want to square the hips. Lengthen that right leg. Come on to the ball of your foot on the left foot. Look forward. Inhale. Exhale. Step. Right foot forward. All right? Come into an extended side angle. So you're going to bend that front knee. Rest your forearm onto your right thigh. Now bring the left arm, just bend your elbow close to your torso. And then start sliding it up to extend. The extended side angle. Open the collarbones. Go for your length. Yeah, all right. Bring that left hand over onto your hip. Look down. And transitioning over onto a triangle. Maybe you're going to shorten the stance. So make sure you notice that. Right hand onto your shin or maybe a block. And eventually the left arm up. Gaze forward or down. Maybe even up. Notice that looking up, it's a very strong strain for the neck. In these warm days, maybe we don't want to go there. Gaze is down. Left hand over onto the hip. Yeah. Lower left, right hand to the outer side of the foot. Left hand to the inner side of your right foot for standing splits. Reach. Head down. Higher on that left leg. And higher. Yeah. All right. So with both hands down, we're either going to jump back or take a step back. You can lower the foot and take a step back or hop. 1, 2, and 3. Beautiful. Back to downward facing dog. Take one full breath there. Inhale, left leg up and back. Open your hips. Yes, here we go, second side. Bend your knee, right? Level your shoulders and keep extending through that left hip flexor. Yeah, square your hips now. Three-legged dog. Come on to the ball of your right foot. Inhale, look forward. And exhale. Step. Left foot forward, in between your hands. for a wide-legged stance. The front leg is bent. The left arm on your thigh. Unless you want your variation, the full pose, the hand is down. Keep that right arm really, really close to the torso. And then follow through as you slide it all the way over. Extend. Yeah, beautiful. Keep lengthening yourself. Find all that space on that side of the body. Nice. All right, take a half circle, bringing the right hand over onto your hip. Straighten left knee. Left hand to your shin, or maybe to the block for triangle. Adjust your stance as you need. Remember, we are our best inner teacher. We begin to listen more and more as it becomes clearer, the awareness of the body. And we all go at our own pace. For me, the gaze today down towards the earth is so much more accessible. Nice. Now we're gonna lower that right hand, and then the left hand, so both hands to either side of the left foot, come onto your standing splits. The head comes down, right leg up, and higher up. Yeah, well done. Hands down. Remember, you can lower the foot and come back to the downward dog, or maybe hop. So 1, 2, and 3. Beautiful. Downward dog. Yay! A little bit of jumping is always good for the bones. Roll over onto your plank, and the knees come down. Bring the forearms down. Hips down towards the heels. We're going to keep the right forearm down. And bring the left hand over onto the forehead. And twist, turn, over to the left. Exhale, down towards the earth. Inhale. Exhale. All those rotations, so healthy and cleansing us, all the organs within, but also, adding more range of movement. Next time you're down, lower the left forearm down and place your right hand on the forehead. With the inhale, turn, rotating over to the right. Exhale, down towards the earth. Inhale. Yes, exhale. Notice where there is maybe an extra effort, and try to bring it more to a stable effort. And see if we're freeing some of that energy that creates resistance instead of opening. Come back to center. Yes. Lower both forearms down. Walk them a little bit forward and step the feet back to forearm plank. You can interlace the fingers if you prefer. Let's hold it here for a few moments. Getting stronger. Push the navel up and widen your shoulder blades. Yeah, we want to be strong. Yes. We want to be strong. Yay! If you need a break, you lower your pelvis, few seconds, come back up. We're going for, what do you say? A full minute? Yeah, we're almost there. Yeah, just keep breathing. Yeah, okay. For 5, and 3, and 2, and 1. Lower, pelvis down. Palms down, point the toes. Sphinx, right? It's a very active Sphinx. We may not be able to see it with the eye, but internally. So we're pressing the pubic bone down, and for a moment lift your navel, right? And then bring the navel down. Forearms pressing down against the earth, and we lengthen the heart area. Observe and go through that self-inquiry to see where you may feel more space, more opening. It could be it's happening already now. Good. So we're going to bring the hands onto cobra hands, right by the sides of the chest. Tuck the toes under. Go through a plank maybe, or make your own way back to downward facing dog. There. Inhale, downward dog, look forward, hips down. Exhale, float or walk to the top of your mat. Inhale. Exhale, forward and down. Come all the way up to standing. Exhale, hands to the heart. And mountain pose. And here we are again. The all familiar mountain pose. So give yourself that pause. Time for a little bit of balance, right? So do you have a wall close by? Find your wall. Go for it. No problem. Standing on the left leg, bend the right knee and pull it up towards the heart. So we're on mountain. We're still on mountain pose, just on one-legged mountain. Noticing what's different, right? Begin to open the hip, taking the knee with you over to the side, and then we're going to place the foot like a tree posture, but actually more like over the thigh, or maybe all the way out to the outer side of the right leg. Let's hold it there. Point the toes down. Feel the base of that big toe helping us, hands to heart. For some of us, this is more than enough. Some of us will take it to a chair, figure 4 and chair. Yeah, it's challenging. But we have all sorts of challenges and we hang on to them. We don't push them away necessarily. We adapt because we know they're going to pass. Come back up, inhale. Whoops. Yeah, if you still have it in you, bring that knee back up towards the heart. And finally, yes, time to let go. Feel that delicious transition when you know, yeah, that's good, that's over. That's over on the one side. Second side. There you go. Start on your mountain. So feel that strong, well settling down towards the earth stance to bring the left knee up towards the heart. Play with your balance. Keep looking for it. Open the hip and then place your foot. Maybe start with the tree. So you make that connection maybe to the thigh or the outer side. Toes down, hands to the heart. Back to your mountain stance. And this is where we slow down, right? The slowing down allows the body to find its way. Like if we're going into this tiny, tiny, tiny area and we can only get in there going super slow. These two shall pass. Come back up. Extend. We're almost there. Yes. Yes. Oh, wow. I could really feel it today. So shake it. Maybe you could too. Shake it, shake it, shake it. Of course, I've been doing this a few times already. Back to mountain. Take a deep inhale, arms all the way up and over the head. Light, light, light back bend there. Keep inhaling. And then exhale, back to mountain. And one more, inhale, arms up. Lengthen your torso, find a little bit of a back bend. And exhale, hands down. Last, inhale, arms up. There you go. Exhale, forward, out, and down as if we're diving into the water. So thinking of that beautiful shape all these amazing divers take on their way down. Inhale, lengthen. All right. Exhale, hands down. Step onto plank. Beautiful. From plank, right knee forward and lower. So it's a variation of the pigeon. Intentionally, we're here. Lengthen that left leg long. And so from here, you're going to decide, stay as you are, or begin to angle, right, the shin against the top of your mat. You're only going to go to somewhere where you can actually maybe even press the shin down and hold it up. Then release. Lower your hands or your forearms and rest on the resting pigeon. Walk the hands in. This time tip of the fingers so we can have even longer arms. Stretch. Look up, inhale. Good. Tuck the back, the toes under. Lift the back knee. Lift the right foot and step to plank. Hold it on your plank. Left knee in. In. All right. Lower. Begin here by extending the right leg long. Good. Either you're going to stay here or begin by angling. Find that angle for your shin here. Lengthen the torso. Inhale. Exhale, forward. Maybe forearms are down. Maybe the arms are long. And the head is down. Keep lengthening your legs. All right. Walk the hands in. Tip of the fingers, just like a little spider. Lengthen the torso one more time. Inhale, look up. Yes. Exhale, look forward. All right. We're going to lean over onto that left thigh or hip and swing the right leg forward. So both feet are right in front of us to begin with. Listen, lean over to your left and bend your right knee. See if that's accessible. It's like a half hero. This is a hero pose for the leg. If it's not, you can come up on a block or book, and that really helps to support the pelvis. So once you find out what you may need, I'm sitting maybe on a block or a book. Now this left knee is going to come down onto a tree pose. Check if that's accessible for you. Otherwise, from there, start adjusting. Once we're here or similar, bring the right hand to the outer side of your left knee and the left arm behind. Exactly. Go for the rotation. The gaze only follows the direction of the chest. All right? Open the collarbones. Keep the upper body as is And now turn the chin towards the front of the room. Yes, now we're going for the spiral. The whole fascia is getting a nice long spiral stretch. That is delicious for the rest of your day. Good. Bring the rest of the torso forward. Can you feel that? I love it. I love it. All right, let's just change sides. So bend both knees. If you're sitting on your block, you can stay on your block. You're going to bend the left knee. So you're in a hero. The lower leg is on the outer side of your leg. Right knee, right leg, 3. Right from left may be different. Left hand to the outer side of your right knee. Right arm behind us. Reconnect. Make your lumbar spine come to its natural arch. And our gaze is the same direction as the chest. And we widen the collarbones and the shoulder blades. Turn the chin forward. The upper body stays as is, going deeper. Yeah. And gently, the rest of the body follows. Back to center. Yeah. Super. All right. Now again, bring both soles of the feet onto the ground. And we're going to roll down back onto the back. Where we started. Going through the whole loop by this time. Make sure you don't have like a ponytail blocking the way for the head to rest on the ground. Okay, so from here we're going to lift both feet. Yeah, the legs are more or less at a 90 degree, and we're going to open the arms on a T with the palms down against the earth. Inhale. With the exhale, drop your legs over to the side, whichever side you want to begin with. Inhale, release the belly on your inhale, and on the exhale, pull the navel in, legs over to the opposite side. Yeah. And soften the navel on your way up, inhale, and continue exhaling on the way to the side, navel in. Continue a few more times. So notice that you're using a full rotation from the hip down and trying to keep those shoulders grounded. Is that possible? Yeah, continue. And you can even straighten your legs for a little bit more sensation or bend them for a little bit more access. You decide. So hopefully we all get a beautiful waistline out of this. We could continue for the next 10 minutes and see if that happens. No, seriously. This is a great twist, right? But we are actually working with all the organs and all the, maybe a little bit of that extra fat that gets gathered around the waist area. Last time, onto the one side. Bring the knees back up. All right. Lower the feet down towards the earth. Good. Open the knees onto a butterfly and bring the soles of the feet together. With your arms now, so gently, you're going to press the upper back against the earth. Lift your hips slightly and place the palms of your hands under your buttocks, down towards the earth. Yeah. And then lift the navel and the chest and have the crown of the head down against the earth. I hope that is possible. If it's making sense, yeah, you're going into a fish variation. Once up, you can even bring the forearms more and more parallel to one another if you'd like. And press the soles of the feet against one another. The shoulders away from the ears. Nicely done. Now, chin down to the chest, more than anything first. Begin to roll down. Lift your hips slightly and take your hands out. The knees start making their way back up together. Have the knees touch and the feet to the edges of the mat. And begin to windshield wiper a few times. Just like to bring it all together, right? We do need to give the body some counter movement sometimes so that everything fits together. A few more times, side to side. And then come to center. Bring the knees over to the heart. And we're going to begin to roll back and forth a few times. Notice here in the beginning, we don't need to come up onto a sit. So make it soft and gentle. Connect to your vertebrae. Keep the chin towards the chest. And yes, when you're ready, make your way up onto a sit on your blanket or your pillow. Find a comfortable sit. Once on our comfortable sit, we're going to do the cooling breath so that we can take this with us. And if you need to do it again throughout the rest of your day, maybe during the night, you go ahead and do that. So if you haven't tried it before, we will be inhaling to the count of 4 through the nose. We'll pause, open the mouth and curl the tongue. Like a little, I call it like a little taco. You can call it something else. Now the thing is that we can't all do this. It's in our genes, really. You can train it, I think. If you can't curl the tongue, you're just simply going to open your lips lightly. Also a little bit of space in between the teeth. So the air that you flow out through the mouth comes out slowly. Let's begin. We inhale through the nose. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pause. Open your mouth, curl your tongue. Exhale 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and pause. Inhale nose, 4, 3, 2, 1, pause. Curl your tongue, open your mouth. Exhale 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, pause. Inhale nose, 4, 3, 2, 1, pause. Exhale, tongue, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, pause. One more, 4, 3, 2, 1, and pause. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yes. Soften your gaze or keep your eyes closed. Staying, just feeling the effects of that breath. And begin to make your transition over to Shavasana. Soft, soft, soft gaze, or even the eyes still closed. Roll onto your back. Prop yourself up as much as you'd like. Grab a blanket or grab a cushion under your legs. Or simply begin to lengthen the whole body. Every single corner, every single bone drops heavy down towards the earth. Lengthen the back of the neck, so creating almost like a double chin to make sure the lower skull is touching the ground. And time to let go of the breath. Release any tensions that you may still be feeling. So allow yourself to melt those tensions away so that we can begin again, just like a child. A whole new day, a whole new midday, a whole new rest of the week. Begin to bring the awareness back to the breath. The awareness to the sensations in and out of the body. A little bit of wiggling on the tip of the toes, the fingers. A few circles, ankles and wrists, both directions. The head from side to side. Bend your knees. Have the feet flat on the mat. Inhale. And keep inhaling as you stretch your arms all the way up and over your head. Inhale. Keep filling your whole body in as a balloon. Keep inhaling and inhaling and inhaling until the balloon is full, and hold it. And then slowly again, a little bit of spacing between the lips, exhale. Let it all out slowly. And then you're set to begin to roll over onto the side. Drop your knees over to the one side. Support your head with your arm beneath. And begin to make your way up onto a seated position. Once in a comfortable seated position, let's close, bringing the hands together in front of the heart. Inhale. Exhale as we bow down towards the heart. Just as a gesture of gratitude to the body, to the amazing capabilities of our body. Even more, the body connected to the breath. Thank you so much. Namaste. I hope you enjoyed the subtle, gentle movements with a little bit of dynamics, as the sun right here where I am is brighting very, very, very hard, shining very, very hard. So enjoy. See you next time.